is your second stimulus update, and historic presidential election update for Wednesday, November 4th. I hope you're having a great afternoon. My goal is to give you stimulus news in a flash. If you're part of the family, thank you, and if not, I would love for you to subscribe and join the family. The $1,200 stimulus check and stimulus bill negotiations paused due to the election. Yesterday's election night felt like a repeat of 2016, but more exasperated. The biggest question Americans have is, who is the next president? I do not believe it is possible that we will know today. This morning on ABC, they said there's still 30 million ballots to be counted. Those ballots will take time to count. Plus, there are ballots coming in still that had the postmark date of Monday. Those need to be counted too. So there's still the scenario for both candidates to win. Regardless of who wins, it is very likely the election will be contested. Both sides have legal teams standing by, and Trump made a speech at the wee hours of the morning.
This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election. Our goal now is to ensure the integrity for the good of this nation. This is a very big moment. This is a major fraud in our nation. We want the law to be used in a proper manner. So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court. We want all voting to stop. We don't want them to find any ballots at 4 o'clock in the morning and add them to the list. It's a very sad moment. To me, this is a very sad moment, and we will win this, and as far as I'm concerned, we already have won.
I do agree that there is fraud in our nation. However, I do think that every vote that had the postmark stamp of the day before the election should be counted. That is how we have the law set, so we need to honor it. Now, if someone wanted to change the law to ballots needing to be received by the election day or the day before, that is their right, but the law for this election is as mentioned and should stand. Check out Biden's speech.
Good evening. Your patience is commendable. We knew this was going to go long, but who knew we're going to go into maybe tomorrow morning, maybe even longer. But look, we feel good about where we are. We really do. I'm here to tell you tonight, we believe we're on track to win this election. We knew because of the unprecedented early vote and the mail-in vote that it was going to take a while. We're going to have to be patient until the hard work of tallying the votes is finished. And it ain't over till every vote is counted, every ballot is counted.
I like that he said patience is commendable. That is what we all need right now, patience. Because of COVID, the mail-in will take longer, meaning the mail-in count. Also, this process could take longer because candidates can request recounts in states that are within 1%. This could be the case in many states, so we may have recounting going on for weeks and then, who knows, legal battles until the new year or even longer. With the election day behind us, we are coming into what some think may be the ideal time for stimulus to pass. Why? Because federal unemployment boost ended, the 13-week additional unemployment and eviction moratorium ends December 31st, travel is down over 50%, and delayed stimulus is causing more and more restaurants to close. This is just the tip of the effects of COVID and no second stimulus. When do you believe stimulus was going to pass? Take the poll in the description of this video. Nancy Pelosi is hoping the Democrats take the Senate. It could happen, but it will probably be by a slim margin if it does. And if the Democrats take the Senate, Pelosi is expected to use a maneuver called the reconciliation bill, which could pass stimulus with a simple majority. To check out what is in Pelosi's latest stimulus proposal, which is a $2.2 trillion bill, check this video out. Trump said last week that after the election, we'll get the best stimulus package you've ever seen. Trump isn't the only one with a plan. Biden says he already has a COVID-19 stimulus plan. To see the latest White House proposed stimulus plan, check out this video. I confidently believe we will get stimulus. but when it will pass is what everyone wants to know. Almost 90% of the Americans believe more stimulus is needed. My name is Teresa Von Regan, and welcome back. I have a gift for you also. Get 3 free stocks from Webull when you download the app and deposit $100. The Webull link is in the description of this video. Almost every economist is saying the American economy needs stimulus now. Continuing to fail to pass stimulus will stall the economic recovery. Stalling the recovery will cause more business destruction. Many hotels, restaurants, small businesses, retail chains, malls are all closing or at risk of closing. More than 75 hospitality CEOs, including Hilton, Hyatt, and Marriott, wrote Trump in October expressing the urgency for immediate stimulus. If stimulus does not pass soon, homelessness, unemployment will continue to rise and spending will continue to decrease, and the economy could go into a recession or even a depression. Americans are exhausting their savings and going into debt. Every day that we do not have stimulus, we run the risk of serious consequences on the economy. I would love to know who you believe is responsible for us not having stimulus. Is it the Democrats, the Republicans, Nancy Pelosi, Trump, Mitch McConnell, Mickey Mouse? Please take the survey in the description of this video and cast your vote. Leading into the election, the 2 bills that have been in negotiation are the Pelosi $2.2 trillion bill, as mentioned earlier, and the $1.8 trillion bill that was increased to $1.9 trillion by the Republicans. Both bills have much needed unemployment boost, and I encourage you to check these videos out so you understand what is in the stimulus packages and the differences in the stimulus packages. One common ground in the bill that would help the unemployed is both bills having the unemployment boost retro back to September. Last week, Pelosi and Mnuchin got into a battle with letters that were publicly posted attacking each other about whose fault it was that stimulus has not passed. Nancy Pelosi's letter said that they, meaning the Democratic Party, are waiting on a response on state and local funding, how Republicans will address stronger workplace safety, as well as a list of other things she was waiting on Mnuchin and the Republicans to address. Mnuchin responded back basically saying Pelosi was lying and he had responded to her list. It seemed maybe that Pelosi didn't like that Mnuchin and the White House were not all into her plan. Mnuchin said in the last line of his letter, "Your all or none approach is hurting hardworking Americans who need help now." If you want to see more details of Pelosi and Mnuchin's letters, check this video out. The good news is Pelosi and Mnuchin could restart stimulus negotiations as early as tomorrow. Nancy is saying if stimulus passes this year, she will get another one to pass in 2021. This sounds to me like another bill that was proposed by the Problem Solvers Caucus called the March to Common Grounds Act. This is my favorite proposed bill thus far. The biggest reason is that it is a comprised bill that was formed by equal Democrats and Republicans. To check out the March to Common Ground bill, check this video out. Clearly, the price is high if stimulus does not pass soon. I believe Congress will be in a hurry to pass stimulus once the election is over. Why? Economists have warned the swamp of politicians in Washington. Not passing stimulus is extremely harmful to the Americans. We run the risk of millions becoming homeless. The eviction moratorium ends on December 31st of this year. Past due rent is not forgiven, and up to 34 million people or more could be evicted and are in financial jeopardy. The threat of so many becoming homeless, partnered with more economic disaster from the additional unemployment weeks ending and the federal unemployment boost already having ended, amongst the stress on businesses, especially small businesses and those in the travel and restaurant industry, is the perfect storm for a rushed stimulus. I believe regardless of the lame duck session we're in, it is Congress' civic duty to pass the stimulus to protect the American economy. With most of the CARES Act stimulus ending, economists have warned of no fourth quarter growth without stimulus. This could send the stock market tanking. Politicians are hugely invested in the stock market, so this will push the stimulus in the fourth quarter before the end of the year. And don't forget to take the poll in the description of when you believe stimulus will pass. This completes your stimulus package and news update for Wednesday, November 4th. I will continue to follow stimulus, so please subscribe and get the latest streamlined, nonpartisan news. Bye for now.